Hello and welcome to Camera Bits, the work from home HQ edition at least. I hope everyone out there is staying safe and productive. We have some special Camera Bits news for you around a certain date that's coming up. And to talk about that, I have a special guest on the line. Dennis Walker, the inventor of Photomechanic and the founder and head of Camera Bits, to talk about it. Dennis, hello and welcome.
Hi, Nick. Thank you very much. Yes, we do have a very special date coming up on this Monday, February 1st. That was the day 25 years ago that I bit the bullet, left my old job, and started Camera Bits. So, wow. Many of our longtime customers and fans of Camera Bits have been around for decades now. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for all being part of the family and your support. And I suspect that many of them have some great stories to tell from those early digital days.
Yeah, for sure. What do you remember about those times?
Well, first thing was I was really scared as hell about going out alone, because I just gotten back from helping out AP at Super Bowl 33 in Arizona. And that was like my final act at my previous job. And I had been doing some work with Kodak and AP on their early Kodak, the early DCS cameras, and including AP's notorious NC2000. It's a 1.3 megapixel camera. And then also I was working with Kodak, and they're the big daddy. This is the DCS 460 camera, 6 megapixel, only cost about $35,000. And of course, there was no way to display or chimp, there's no display on the back. And then you had a SCSI connector, or you could use one of these PCMCIA hard disks, which is kind of interesting. And then, of course, when the battery was built in, so if it died, you had to charge it with the AC outlet, which is kind of fun. But let's see if this thing still works here. Hey, wow, look at that. Yeah, it's writing to in this case, it's writing to a compact flash card. And it looks like it's finished. And it starts off with 80 photos I can take on a 512 megabyte card. So
80 photos. How can anyone go through that many photos?
Well, back then the camera only took raw photos. There was no JPEG, and so the only software that you had was Kodak software, and it used to take about 1 minute to render one photo from this camera in Photoshop. So you pick the picture and wait 60 seconds, and then there it is. And of course, that was 6 megabytes is a lot of pixels, or actually it was 18 megabytes of data. But anyway, so the only software they had was Kodak software, and there was no way, to embed IPTC into the files. So I had a basic idea of what I wanted to do, which is to free these editors from having to live inside of Photoshop, and to be able to add metadata to the pictures, because I got schooled on that, and they just said you got to be able to attach that metadata. So it was an exciting time. I mean, I got so lucky to be part of that early digital days. So.
Yes, I can remember you telling me stories of the editors in the truck at the time. Even when they got to a portrait-oriented photo, they'd have to turn because their viewers didn't even have the ability to rotate the photos. So that was one of your aha moments.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in the trailer when I went to the early Super Bowls. I wasn't out in the field. I was in the trailer hanging out with all the editors. That was my Super Bowl experience. But yeah, I see these guys every time they come across a vertical, they had to tilt their heads and say, "Oh man, that's gotta hurt." Most of the time they're on the field just doing straight shots, but every now and then they do a vertical, and then they'd have to look at it, and there was no way to rotate the picture, so it was brutal.
Yes, making things easier for 25 years now. February 1st is the anniversary, the Camera Bits anniversary. And for that 25th anniversary on that date, I think you'd like to do a little something both for our customers, but also for some other folks as well. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, I mean, for sure, we're going to have a one-day 25% off sale for Photomechanic and also upgrades. And I think this is, a great opportunity for everyone who isn't already using Photomechanic to do some investment in improving your photo workflow. So we'd like to offer that out, but closer to the heart is my commitment to help all the Americans out there who have suffered from the pandemic's consequences, and or even started off, in a bad place before COVID-19 came around. So towards this goal, we're going to make a donation to Feeding America to provide 25,000 meals, and we strongly encourage anybody who has the means to help donate to their causes that are close to their heart, for sure.
All right, just to recap that, we're going to be having that one-day sale on February 1st, 25% off Photomechanic 6. That's for new licenses and upgrades from Photomechanic version 5. And then Camera Bits and Dennis will be donating 25,000 meals to Feeding America. And we encourage everyone out there to, if you have the means, to donate to something near and dear to your hearts as well. If we all pull together, we can definitely help a lot of people out there. And I also wanted to remind folks that Photomechanic Plus is still on its introductory pricing for $229 for a new license of that. So that is still going. And that's so that's it. 25 years of Camera Bits. Thank you very much, Dennis. I really appreciate you being on.
Well, it's a good start, All right, keep on shooting.